What's going on, YouTube? How's everyone doing on this lovely Friday night? This is Mike in the house. And today I'm going to be discussing as you know, as of midnight, this early this morning, on Friday morning at midnight, Vinegar Syndrome has dropped their latest new release. So the biggest, and when I was on there, and I'm gonna be honest with you, when I was on there, and I'm like, all right, in my honest opinion, Vinegar Syndrome, I feel like over the months has been kind of like on I don't know, none of some of the titles haven't stood out, you know what I mean? And I think the last time they had the Black Friday sale was back in March. So they had China O'Brien, they had Navy SEALs, both of those on 4K right now. So they're slated to be released. Actually, it's slated to be released now. So back in March, well, which I didn't know, but I didn't know that those titles was gonna come out in May. So I went on here like pre-ordered, and I'm still waiting on them to, and I'm thinking that they're gonna ship the stuff, but I'm still waiting on them to ship all the stuff that I ordered. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully, since I pre-ordered it a couple months ago, I would get first dibs. Right, I would be the first in line to get it shipped out. So okay, so the new titles, and this will surprise me. Invasion USA. Remember that 1985 movie with Chuck Norris? Um, that one was shocking because that one is a MGM. It's an MGM title, and that is a what do you call it? That is a oh god, I'm drawing the blade. That's a canon title. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering, is Vinegar Syndrome, is this, are they gonna start picking up canon movies? Because I know Kino Lorber has um have some. Like I think Avenging Force is Kino Lorber, and the three Missing in Action movies, those are canons as well too. So which I have the first two Missing in Action movies, but I would think Invasion USA. I would think that would be a Kino Lorber because they got most of Chuck Norris movies. I don't know. Maybe they didn't get the rights or something like that. I don't know, but I know Invasion USA is an MGM. I know that for a fact. So I mean, can we get Firewalker on 4K? Maybe. I don't know. Even can we get Code of Silence? But Code of Silence, that's an Orion picture. So I think that's the only, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the only canon movie that Chuck Norris doesn't have in his filmography, if I'm not mistaken. Well, besides his earlier movies. So who do we got on the chat? Cowabunga dude. He says he picked up Sidekicks, Row House, and Freeway for the sale. That's what's up, man. That's definitely up. If you haven't seen Row House on 4K, oh my god, you're gonna be amazed. You are going to be amazed. Nathan, what's good? Welcome to the chat, bro. Um, Yeah. Okay. So you got Navy SEALs as well too. Yeah. And as I was saying, about a minute ago, back in March I pre-ordered Navy SEALs, and like Navy SEALs was shocking because that's kind of a bigger movie. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a bigger movie. And another movie that I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it came out. No, I think it came out a couple months ago or whatever, but I don't remember seeing it. It's Lady Reporter with Cynthia Rothrock, and that's another one that that came out. I don't think it came out yesterday. I don't think. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I don't think it came. I think it came out like a month, couple months ago, whatever. Whatever the case may be. But that one I'm thinking about getting. I'm not sure. But the biggest one to me, in my honest opinion, the biggest one, and I thought for a million years that this movie would never see the light of day as far as physical media. And this is kind of sort of, but except it's more like, put it to you this way. It's I wouldn't go as far as like into the ninja and stuff like that, but it's such a slog, and it came out on VHS. But I'm so glad this one got a DVD, Blu-ray, and this is a movie that one day I got one day I was at a video store. This was years ago, and I bought it on VHS. I think I bought it for like $1. So I ended up watching it. I ended up loving the movie, and I thought it was gonna be like one of those movies. It's like, this is gonna be like a boring movie. But I thought it was gonna be a documentary. But then I looked at the back. I was like, okay, this is interesting. So it's a movie that came out in 1981, and it's a movie called The Instructor. Oh my God! When I saw The Instructor, I literally was jumping for joy because that movie I thought would never, ever, ever see the light of day. You know what I'm saying? And that one, it's so bad, it's good, and I highly recommend buying that movie. I highly recommend it. I think, in my honest opinion, next to Raw Force, and Raw Force will always be one of the probably top 20 Vinegar Syndrome titles of all time. But this one, I'll even put this up there. I'll put this up there with Raw Force, Row House, um, hell, I'll put Red Surf up there. That was another one that was good, and that one kind of went under the radar. I think, in my honest opinion, that it's a Red Surf. That one stars George Clooney and DD Pfeiffer and Doug Savant. That that one was a really good movie, in my honest opinion. It had action and drama and a little bit of romance, but um, who we got? Who else do we have? Tony What's Good. You just picked up Return of the Swamp Thing. I need to watch that. I watched Swamp Thing. That one was really good, but I need to watch the Return of the Swamp Thing. That one's with Heather Locklear, and that's good that you picked that one up. I picked it up too. I have that one in my collection too. Yeah, Red Surf. I need to watch it. I need to watch the Vinegar Syndrome. The last time I saw Red Surf was it. They had a whole movie on YouTube, and it was on DVD, but it was like a bootleg ish copy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah, Red Surf. Yeah, that's a very underrated movie. I think that one went under the radar. So yeah, the Invasion USA though, that's wow. I'm shocked, and that's getting a upgraded 4K. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Invasion USA. I think it was Kino. It might have been Kino Lorber, or I don't know if it saw the light of day or Blu-ray, but I'm just shocked. Navy Seals, I'm shocked because that's kind of a bigger movie. I don't know how it did at the box office. You know what I mean? And China O'Brien, um, Yeah, China O'Brien, we getting some Cynthia Rockroff love, you know what I'm saying? And I'm waiting on um what's another one that Cynthia did? She did a lot in the early '90s. I mean, can we get Fast Getaway? Can we get that with Corey Haim? I mean, she even though she was a supporting character, but she was great in that. She was great. She was good. And can we get some earlier ones? Since they putting it out, like we might as well go ahead and put all of them out. You know what I'm saying? But and what's funny is that I was talking to one of my friends that um what if they was to do the Extractor on 4K on Blu-ray, I bet you any money that Vinegar Syndrome might pick that up because it's like it's a schlock ass movie. You know what I'm saying? It's so bad it's good. You know what I mean? And like I said, it kind of has that Raw Force vibe, and I love Raw Force. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it has plenty of fight scenes. The acting, yeah, the acting is atrocious, but it's just so comical. It's funny too. Joe Blow, what's good? No, yeah, you're not really late. Yeah, we was just discussing the whole vinegar syndrome 50% off. Okay, so yeah, welcome to the channel. So um to answer your question, Tony, yes, I did watch the first one. The first one is excellent. The second one looks so cheesy, but the first one, I mean, you can't go wrong with Adrian Barbeau in the first one. I'm not gonna hold you. I think it was a good movie. I've ended up watching it. It looks good on 4K too. I have that on 4K as well too. Okay, so right now their Vinegar Syndrome is running a 50% off sale. So um basically, and what's funny is that it's to me it's not really much of a sale unless okay, in order for you to get the 50% off, yeah, you have to be practically a you have to practically, I think, what do you call it? So basically a lot of the titles is 50% off, and you have to you have to subscribe, you have to be on a subscription. So basically you have to just subscribe, um you know, their whole well, I'm not gonna say catalog, but basically every month or whatnot they have like subscriptions and stuff like that, and then um you get like the 50% off, you know, every time it's a sale, but you have to spend like what, uh, close to $1,000 in some cases, and all that, you know, and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's yeah, it's you know it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. But you know what? Some of the movies that they got on there, it's, you know what, it's worth the price. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these movies leave so quick. They go out quick. And I'm surprised Roll House, I'm surprised that has not ran out of print yet. You know, I'm surprised certain things that's not out of print yet. But I would think Roadhouse, because it's a bigger movie, I was surprised when Vinegar Syndrome picked that one up because that's a much bigger and well known movie. You know what I'm saying? And Navy SEALs too as well too. But Navy SEALs was kind of like forgotten, kind of sort of. But I mean, I don't know. But I did manage to get some movies. I did manage to put some movies on my cart, and I managed to get some, and I'm getting ready to get a couple movies tonight. You know what I'm saying? When I go home So definitely Invasion USA. At first, I didn't care for it. Now I want to revisit it. I want to definitely revisit it. Oh, Roadhouse is sold out now. Oh, okay. I'm surprised it didn't sell out like a long time ago. I'm surprised because, like, yeah, I got it. I got Roadhouse early when they first announced it. I was like, yeah, I have to jump on this because I felt like that is one of those movies where it's gonna sell out quick. So, all right, I'm gonna answer a couple questions. I don't want to skip over people. So, um, Tony says the show Swamp Thing they did a few years ago or so was good, but they canceled it. I could see that. I could see they canceled it. You said it was pretty good though, so um, I don't Swamp Thing. I don't. Swamp Thing is so out. It's so outdated now, and it's like, can you? I feel like that should have been more like a feature film. I think versus a TV show. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Joe Blow said he has Shallow Grave. That's what's up. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have that one. Tony says they have some nice movies for sale, but they're too expensive for me. Man, you preaching to the choir. I know. Yeah, they can be. I mean, don't even get me started on Walmart movies. Some of them, and especially they get ready to be out of print. The Crow, for instance, I'm still looking for the Crow 4K Steelbook, and I still have no luck on that one. Um, let's see. Nathan says, I got lucky and got the Roadhouse 4K. Yeah, I don't blame you at all. Most movies, what's good? Um, Welcome to my channel. Invasion USA is still expensive. Yes, it is. It is expensive. And they want like 34, $35 for it. But you know what, though? I feel like it's one of those movies because it's a Chuck Norris title. I feel like now don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I think that got a Blu-ray release, if I'm not mistaken. But the fact that it got a 4K release, I'm shocked. That's shocking. Like, okay, if we're gonna do Chuck Norris on 4K, and I think that's the second Chuck Norris movie that came out on 4K. The first was Sidekicks, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just curious. Like, can we get some Chuck Norris? I want Code of Silence on 4K. How about can we get that? Can we get Code of Silence, please, by the end of this year? Or I feel like, but I forgot Code of Silence. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Kino Lorber that does Code of Silence. But yet again, no, maybe because Vinegar Syndrome, they're doing some MGM. They're doing a lot more MGM titles. So we might get something. We might get something. Who knows? Um, Tony says, I just discovered this movie called Godson. That's the one with Robert De Niro. Um, I need to watch that actually. Um, I definitely need to watch that. I think I think I saw bits and pieces of it a long time ago, but I definitely need to watch it. Yeah, it's from like 2000. Yeah, 2000 to 2003. Yeah, you're right. Most movies. I like great title, by the way. Great name. Um, that was Shout Factory. Okay, I figured that. I figured that. Okay. Joe Blow says Chuck Norris is a little overrated in his later years. I can see where you're coming from. And you know what? And it's funny because I felt once the 90s came, and see, and this is I arguably I could agree with that. And arguably he could I see where you're coming from when he's kind of overrated because when you think about it, when Chuck Norris came out, Chuck Norris, mind you, he came out he been around since the 70s. And, you know, you now he's competing. Now once the 80s came, now he's competing with Stallone and Schwarzenegger. But the difference between them two is that the difference between them three is that Stallone, his movies did pretty well at the box office, even though he's been nominated for 10,000 Razzie Award nominations. And Schwarzenegger's, I mean, he didn't blow up until people say Conan the Barbarian, the Conan movies. No, when Terminator, the first Terminator, that's when he started blowing up. That was it. You know what I mean? And that was a James Cameron flick. I mean, and another thing, can we get Terminator on 4K? I believe we are getting that this year. So if we are getting it, then that's a must. That's a first day purchase. Let me see. Nathan says Invasion USA has a Blu-ray, but it is an ordinary transfer. Yeah, I figured they had a Blu-ray. Kyle Bungadu says you found one copy of the Crow Steelbook to have a huge dent when I got home. The dent was hidden by the slip in K card. Wow. But you know what? The fact that you found it, that is luck, because I still haven't found it yet. I still haven't found it, and maybe I'll go do a Walmart out and about on Sunday. Maybe I could find it there. Who knows? And the fact that they have it then. I mean, now the Crow 4K, these steel books of the Crow, now they popping up at certain Walmart. So it's like, if you go there one day, if you happen to see it, you're lucky. You know what I mean? And they're online, they're out of stock, but they keep popping up in these stores. So I don't know what's going on. And that's the same for Mad Max, the Mad Max, what is it, what is it, Mad Max, Furiosa, something like that. The one with Tom Hardy that came out. Um, that one that one said it was sold out, but then when I went to my home, the original the Walmart that I usually go to, they only had one copy left. So I'm like, yep, I gotta get this one. But yeah, that sucks though. That it had a huge dent. I hate that. I hate when steelbooks have like huge dents, and it's like, well, do I take it back or should I keep it? Should if Because it's like if you take it back and wait for another one, and hope for the best. It's one of those things like good luck, but if I keep it, then it's like I guess I don't know. It's so many decisions. Excuse me. Um, Nathan says Code of Silence on 4K. Yes, that's a must get. I feel like Kino may come out with it. If not, I'm hoping Vinegar Syndrome. If they could bring out Sidekicks, Invasion USA, can we get Code of Silence? That is one of Chuck Norris, I think, his best movie. I think one probably his best movie that I'm gonna put it to you this way. I'm gonna put it in a category of the best movie that Chuck Norris has ever done, and he doesn't overact or overdoes it with his karate. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because the movie itself is directed by Andrew Davis, who also did Above the Law with Steven Seagal, who also did The Fugitive with Tommy Lee Jones and Harrison Ford, which Tommy Lee Jones won an Oscar, and then Under Siege with Steven Seagal, which I think that's Steven Seagal's best movies. next to Above the Law. That's just my honest opinion. But can we even get some Steven Seagal movies on 4K, or does nobody care about Steven Seagal? Comment on the comment section below. Do you want any Steven Seagal movies on 4K, or some on Blu-ray that hasn't came out on Blu-ray yet? Most movie says Kino Lorber is having a sale apparently as well. I know I know Synopsis is having a sale. I know that for a fact. But Kino, yeah, Kino, they be having some good sales too. Um, J Card. Tony asked, "Did I like Triple X?" No, I did not. I didn't care for him. I didn't care for neither one of them actually. I need to rewatch it. When I watched it before, I didn't really care for him. I watched the one with Ice Cube. That one was good, but I don't know. I just didn't really care too much for him. Not like that. But I need to rewatch him. I'll rewatch him though. Mo's movie says Terminator 4 is coming. Yeah, that's gonna be first. Yeah, that I'm definitely getting that. They need to redo Terminator 2 Judgment Day. They need to redo. They need to. Okay. I haven't seen the 4K version. I've heard it was crap, but I need to judge it for myself. But they need to come out with the. If it does look like crap, yeah, they need to redo it. Fury Road, thank you. That's the name of it. Joe Blow says also copped Sidekicks. I need to watch Sidekicks on 4K. I need to watch it. I've heard nothing but good things about the transfer. Nathan says I got Sidekicks earlier as well. It's a great movie and they did a good job. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Um, the Crow is going for $50, $70. Yeah, that's a big no. Mm-mm. Nah, I wouldn't go that far with the damn Steelbook. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I mean, I don't like the movie that much to even pay that. Nope. Now, if somebody wants to buy it for me, then that's fine with me. But you both. Oh, you got both Walmart and Amazon versions. That's what's up. It ain't. They even sold out on Amazon too. Like what the hell? Nathan says Terminator 2 4K is absolute rubbish. Transfer it was very disappointing. I figured that. I knew that from the beginning, and I bought it too. I need to see it for myself too. I need to see what people are talking about. I need to catch up on some of these movies. But yeah. But you know what though? It was another movie that Kino Lorber has too. I think it's called like Red Mob or something like that, or whatever that the name of that movie is. It was a couple. It was a couple of them I didn't really care about, so I didn't really name them. But the two ones that I'm definitely going to cop is Invasion USA. I'm definitely gonna get that. Oh, and I got points too. So, and by the way, here's the thing: if you got points, if you ever got points on, it depends on how much you shop at Vinegar Syndrome. If you do get points, you do get a percentage. You do get money off. So if you got like over 1,000 points or whatnot, you do get like I think if you get 500 points, you get $5 off. Whoop de doo. If you got um 1,000 points, you get $10 off. Whatever. Whoop de doo. So yeah, pay attention to your points, and when you go to check out, yeah, you can use your points towards your purchase. That would make things a little bit more easier. Um, Tony says, "Did I? Did you hear about what Ice Cube's son said about his dad? Told him while filming Anaconda that they always was scared of the animatronic snake cause it's always destroying stuff. I can see that. I didn't even know he. I didn't even know his son was even on the set. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like O'Shea Jackson Jr. Like he looks just like you talking about light skinned version of Ice Cube. He looks just like spitting image. I'm not gonna lie. But I is he a better actor? Yes, I think uh, he was great in Straight Outta Compton. He was great in that. But can he act? He can act. He's no Denzel, he's not the greatest actor, but I mean he can act. He can act. He's definitely a pretty decent actor. So yeah. So in case you I did put the website on the description box below. Go to Vinegar Syndrome. They run into sale until Monday, so I'm definitely gonna get 2 or 3 movies, and that's probably gonna be it. That's probably gonna be it for me because due to limited funding, I won't be getting any movies for a while. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's getting at that point now where buying movies is just getting way too expensive. You know what I'm saying? Way, way too expensive. Like Vinegar Syndrome. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. And the thing is, like, and people, and I'm gonna do another segment about because a lot of people, they want the prestige slip covers, and the box sets and stuff like that. They want it in prestige condition and stuff like that. They want the limited edition box sets and stuff. And that's a subject I'm gonna be talking about on another live stream. But um yeah, it's just crazy. I thought Penitentiary 2, I thought that was out of print. I've seen Penitentiary 2. It is so bad. It is cheesy. If you want a good laugh, watch it. I recommend you get it too because um that one, oh god. I'm gonna tell you something. Penitentiary 1 was good. Penitentiary 2 was laughable. It was just laughable, especially towards the end. Towards the end of it, it was just laughable. Like you had some of the, and I'm not gonna spoil much, but let's just say some of the cut scenes towards the end is so laughable. You will laugh. So I highly recommend Penitentiary 2. I highly recommend it. For it's one of those so bad it's good movies. Tony says $50 too much for the 4K Crow. Is it really worth the upgrade? It was a dope movie, but it ain't worth the headache dealing with resellers. Yeah, I hear you. Here, here's the thing, and I'm gonna discuss this on another live stream, but whenever people now certain movies they do deserve upgrades and stuff like that, but I've heard mixed things about The Crow. I've heard that the movie's outdated. I've heard that some of the transfer wasn't, the transfer was good, but the movie itself was just, outdated. I've heard, and it's like, what do you expect? The movie came out in '94. What do you expect? It was dark. It's a dark movie. So, is it worth it? Is it worth getting? I mean, if I see it at Walmart, I'm going ahead and pay the $24, but the $50 they can kiss my ass on that. I'm not going that far with that. My friend ordered the Final Destination Connection collection from Walmart, but he said the only thing that came with it was an empty envelope, but the package wasn't tampered with, which means that they forgot to put the movie in there. So if they forgot to put the movie in there, then that means someone probably stole the movie before they even shipped it off. And that's typical Walmart. That's Walmart's fault. They better give him his money back, cause hey, I would be raising hell. I feel like it's some lazy worker. Oh no, it's not my compartment. No, I'ma send this off. No, Final Destination. What? like it's just typical Walmart. That's why I don't trust Walmart when it comes to getting to having people shop for me at the grocery store and sent and having them bring it to my house or to my car. No, mm-mm. I had this argument with my sister a couple of years ago. I says because I was one time I was sick. I had COVID, so I needed to get a couple of things anyway. So I had my face mask. I was covered up, and she was like, "Oh, you don't want people?" I was like, "No, I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody shopping for me. I don't want nobody touching my shit. Okay? If they get the wrong shit, I'm gonna be pissed off. That's why I'm gonna go my damn self. So then that way I know what the type of shit I'm gonna get. So I don't want nobody tampering my shit whatsoever. Just leave my shit alone. That's it. I'll do it my damn self. So that's why I don't trust when it comes to. And I see those people that be shopping for people. I be seeing them, and they have these special carts. You know what I'm saying? They have those little carts and all that stuff, and they be and they look like if that they if they like because I don't know because I don't trust them because it's like they could be they like here's the thing. Let's just say if I wanted a Coca-Cola, they'll be coming back with a damn Pepsi. Nope, I don't trust it. Ma'am, we didn't have it. We didn't have no Coca. But wait, what? Ma'am, I said we ain't had no Coca. Like Coca, what? Didn't it, instead of Coca Cola, they'd be like, they didn't have no Coca Cola. I just got some Bobsy. I'm like, ugh. First off, half the time they don't know, they don't learn how to finish their sentences. Second of all, I would never. I'll go find shit my damn self. They don't even ask you, "Can I help you find something?" They really don't. That's poor customer service. That really is. So, but all right, back to vinegar syndrome. Now, okay, so vinegar syndrome to me for the past, I say year, maybe year and a half. To me, it's been like lackluster a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't know, like I think since Row House, after that they've just been lackluster, and then I'm like, I mean, I got I got some stuff that's on order right now. Like I got the Angel, the movies, the not the like. Okay, so Vinegar Syndrome. I think it was one of their first movies. Um, Angel, um, Angel, the movies, Angel, and they had like the box set, but I think just recently, it was a couple months ago, they came out with the individual Blu-ray. So I'm I ended up ordering those, and you have other movies too, like you have Little Darlings, which I would never thought in a million years that would see a light of day too. Little Darlings. That was the one with Tatum O'Neal, and then you have a young Matt Dillon in it, and it's like a coming of age teen drama basically. I think it's like something have to do with like sexual it's like it's like an adolescence type movie, like something about like sexual awakenings or some shit. I don't know. I remember seeing that movie a while back on VHS, and I thought it was good, but I never thought in a million years we would get a 4K or even going south on 4K with Jack Nicholson. Really? Are you kidding me? Wow. I want that Dell 4K though. How is it a good movie? Because I'm skeptical on getting it. I'm very skeptical for some odd reason. I don't know. Dell looks pretty interesting. I do want the 4K of that. But they did the transfer quite well. I see. That's what's up. Um, the pay per view. That's the What is that? King. What is that? Crown. What is that? Royal. Something like Crown Jewel. Something like that. King of the Ring. Is that the pay per view you talking about? I might. I don't know. I'm the only one I'm looking forward to is Cody versus Cody Rhodes. I'm looking forward. That's probably the only one I'm looking. I don't even know what the matches are, to be honest with you. I really don't. I ever since when Cody won the belt, I kind of sort of stopped watching it now, and like the bloodline looks cartoonish. You know what I'm saying? It just looks cartoonish. The bloodline now. I'm waiting on Cody Rhodes versus Dwayne Johnson. I'm waiting on that. That should be interesting. I would love to see them go at it. Now, Dwayne Johnson, on the other hand, he has a movie that's coming out next year, and it's an A24 film, believe it or not, and it's with Emily Blunt as well as directed by one of the Safdie brothers who did Good Time, Uncut Gems. I think it was directed by Benny Safdie, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that looks interesting, and he's almost unrecognizable. So we'll see how it is. Nathan says, Dell is a fun 80s movie. Flight of the Navigator is better, which that needs a 4K. Yeah, I agree. Flight of the Navigator. I could have sworn Flight. I could have sworn that did get a 4K. Flight of the I don't think so. I might have think of something else. Flight of the Navigator. Is that who came out with that? What boutique label came out with that? Is it was that L, or which one was that? I think tomorrow, Tony. To be honest with you, tomorrow I think I might be at the Tigers game tomorrow. That's if weather permitting. So I might not even watch. I might watch it later on, maybe. I don't know, but who knows? I mean, it's we. I might watch if I don't go to a Tigers game, then maybe I might watch it. So we got 4 people in this building. All right. Click that like button, share this video, like, comment, subscribe. As we're talking about Vinegar Syndrome's half Black Friday 50% off. Yeah, the 4K is a must have. Yeah. That's long overdue. Flight to Navigate, that came out what, 86? It was at mid 80s if I'm not mistaken. What do you guys think about solar babies? Let's ask this question. Do you think I feel like Kino Lorber might come out with solar babies? I feel like solar baby because I've seen solar babies. I've seen it. It's resurfacing for some odd reason. Um, YouTube, I think at one point had the whole movie on there. I don't know if they do now, but what do you guys think of solar babies? Do you think that needs a 4K, or do you think that just doesn't need to be released at all? Because when I saw the movie. That movie was so awful that I wanted to scream. I did not care for this movie. I didn't know what this movie was about. You had an alien globe named Bodai. You had Lucas Haas, which I think he's a great child actor, is in this garbage. You had Jason Patrick, who he was an up and coming actor at that time. Good thing the Lost Boys saved his career. And then you had um an actor named Claude Brooks, who he was in a show called he was a television show called Homeroom back in 1989 with Del Savard. If for those of you who don't know who Del Savard is, he's a comedian. He's from Detroit, actually. Then you have Jamie Gertz, who I think at that time she was a horrible actress at that time. To me, I didn't think she can act in that. I don't know. She couldn't act her way out of a paper bag. I mean, she's been in some stuff, but once the '90s came, she became better. Um, then you had Peter DeLuise was in this one too, and I'm like, what the fuck am I even watching? So who cares about? So does anybody care about solar babies? Because I feel like that's on the horizon of getting a 4K pretty soon, or maybe a Blu-ray. And I think Kino Lorber, I think either Kino Lorber, I think Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome. I have a feeling they're gonna do that. I just have that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we get Prayer of the Roller Boys? Like, can we get that? That was a much better movie. And Solar Babies, it tried to be like E.T. and Rollerball and, all them other ones. I'm like, this is garbage. So, I don't know. Can we even get Alien Warrior on 4K? Like, can we get that? AKA King of the Streets. Has anybody seen that? You're probably wondering, I don't know what the fuck kind of movies you're talking about. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. since now Vinegar Syndrome now is putting out these titles, um, now it's like some of these movies are resurfacing on the internet. They're resurfacing even on the I mean, not live streams, but on the hold on. What's the most I've ever spent on a sale? That's a good question. I had to pause because that was a very good question. I love questions like that. You want to know? You really want to know? Uh, $400. $479 on a sale. It really wasn't a sale, really, but yeah, it really wasn't much of a sale. But I mean, if you really want, okay, I'm gonna break it down to you. Let me break it. Let me break it down to you real quick. Kino Lorber, I might have spent probably over $200 because they did have good sales going on. Kino got great sales. Vinegar Syndrome, the most I've ever spent was $479. And add a couple more movies I'm about to get tonight. Now that's 500 and something. MVD Rewind. I honestly, I really get it from Amazon. So I don't even. They don't even have a. They don't have a really huge catalog. So Shout Factory, Screen Factory. I've been lucky getting it from eBay for a little bit cheaper. I've been pretty lucky. So yeah, the most I think is around like between 2 and 500 bucks. Hard Target on 4K is decent. I need to watch that. You got a limited edition steelbook of Hard Target? That's what's up. You lucky. I didn't even know that it came out with that. I did not know that. Okay, that's what's up. I need to watch that. That was directed by John Woo. Directed that. That's the one that should have put that should have put Van Damme in like bigger movies too. I felt like he fell off after. I feel like after Street Fighter, I think he kind of fell off. I think, in my honest opinion, I don't know. Oh, it comes with lobby cards and a Blu-ray of Hard Target 2. Wow. I know Hard Target 2. That's the one with Scott Atkins. That's another one who's very underrated. Scott Atkins. I think he's underrated as an action star. Now, he does some good. He does some his good. He does some good movies. I mean, he does some good stunts. So. But yeah, Hard Target though. I do want to see that. Um. Yeah. So definitely. Y'all going on to Vinegar Syndrome, where they have the 50% off movies if you can get them for 50% off. And yes, they are quite expensive. I mean, they still got movies that's like, I'm like, ugh. Like the Invasion USA, like the almost $40 for that. I'm like, Excuse me, sorry. Vinegar Syndrome, some of that stuff, the way they priced this, like, I don't know, like, is it even worth it? But I feel like Invasion USA, I feel like that's going to sell out pretty soon. I feel like, and if it's not, I'm real shocked. Like even the instructor, I feel like that's gonna be another one. I think that's eventually it's gonna sell out. I don't think anybody has heard of it, heard of the instructor. So I mean, if they did, wow. I guess I feel like I'm the only one who's heard the movie The Instructor because I feel like no one else has heard this title. But like I said, I came across it at a video store several years, years ago, and when I saw it, I was amazed, and I think it's on. I, if I'm not mistaken, last time I saw it, it was on YouTube. It was on YouTube a couple months ago. I don't know if it's still on there or not, but oh, and by the way, if you have any existing orders, when you go on there, if you have any existing orders, they'll give you an option where this says you can add it to your existing, pre-orders and stuff like that. It's free, so it's definitely free. So yeah, keep your eye on that too as well too, and keep your eye on the points because if you got enough points, use those towards your purchase. Just yeah, use those towards your purchase, whether it's $5, $10 off, $20 off, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's definitely worth it. Yeah, Nathan, I'm definitely getting the instructor. That's a must get for me. Um, Tony says, I do like the artwork on the cases. They do a good job making it, making you want to get it just for the case. Yeah, they do. And me personally, and you know me. Like if a movie that doesn't come with a slipcover, it's like so what? I don't care. I don't care. I'll still get it. Slipcovers to me it's not a must have, but except if I see a cool looking slipcover, it's like I have now. It's like I gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? If it's a limited edition, I gotta get it. But even if I can't get it, and I'll sell it for the standard, I'm gonna sell it for the standard because it looks good. Like as long as the movie works, that's all I care about. There's plenty of movies that I have that don't have slipcovers, and frankly, I don't really give a fuck. Like for instance, Changing Lanes, that just came out a couple weeks ago. That one doesn't have a slipcover. And it's like, so what? I don't care. As long as the movie works, as long as I get the movie is fine. It's fine with me. Slipcover is not a do or die situation, but it's not a must, but it looks good in the collection. It looks beautiful in the collection. So, all right. So we are coming up at 58 minutes. Um, we have Kyle Hartman in the building. What's good? He says he just got Navy SEALs 4K Vinegar Syndrome from Vinegar. Y'all have a Vinegar Syndrome store in Toronto? I'm so jealous. Now I need to go to Toronto, Canada because they have a Vinegar Syndrome store. That is what's up. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. You got your copy of Navy SEALs. Congratulations. I'm jealous because Michigan don't have shit. We don't have a Vinegar Syndrome store. That is crazy. Wow, wow. And you know what's funny? I live I don't live far from Canada anyway. I'm about probably 20 to 25 minutes from Canada. I could go now if I wanted to. I watched clips of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That looks good. I need to watch the whole thing. I think I have that one in my collection. I think I do. I think I have it. But I'm definitely gonna give it a watch. All right, so we are at an hour. So um, I'm gonna stay on here until it's about 9:55. So I'll stay on here till about 10 o'clock. So if there's any questions, comments, anything you want to ask, feel free to ask. What did you get from Vinegar Syndrome? What are you gonna get from Vinegar Syndrome? Did you get Navy SEALs on 4K like Kyle did? Did you get Little Darlings on 4K like I did? Did you get anything on 4K or Blu-ray? Comment on the comment section below if you got anything. You know what I'm saying? So, will I ever do longer live streams? That's a good question. And see, here's the problem. The problem with me doing longer live streams is that that's when I do that, that's where I lose my audience. And the last time I did a long live stream, that was when some of the crazies came out and I had to cuss them out. So it's like, should I do longer live streams or should I keep it at like under 2 hours? Because the thing is that I'm not really using StreamYard right now. I'm using YouTube's live stream. So it's like now they put like a limit of how long that could be on and stuff like that. So it's kind of like I'm trying to keep it under, but it depends. It depends on the topic and stuff like that. So it's just one of those things. Those things where it's like depending on topic, depending on what's going on and what I got going on too. So if it's a long one of these days, I will do like a longer live stream, but I would have to be not doing anything like practically for the next few hours or so. So yeah. Um the longest I did it was like on my old channel. I think it was like 3.5, almost 4 hours. That was the longest. And yeah, that's what like sometimes like it's never good to do like a long live stream sometimes because that's where it's like okay, now I'm losing the audience. I don't want people like falling asleep. I don't want to fall asleep and stuff like that. So it's like I could talk all I want, but it's just it was back then where when I was on my old channel, and when I do these long live streams, and it's like I tend to doze off a little bit. So it's like I play it off and I pretend like oh yeah I'm like oh yeah but it's gonna happen. It will happen eventually. So um Carl Hartman says there's a store called Bay Street Video has a lot of movies. I'm gonna have to check that out because that's yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I want to check it out. Is the prices? Is it reasonable? They're probably like the same prices. They're probably not really much cheaper, but I mean, shoot, if I can go to Canada and go to that store, and get, I would literally travel to Canada just to go there. I would literally do that. Tony says I won't get anything from the sale because I'm cheap, but I just got returned a small thing, so I'm happy. I don't blame you. And you know what? And here's the thing: it's not people's cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Like some people don't have the money, to get some of these movies, and which is okay. You know what I mean? It's fine. There's certain, trust me, there's certain movies that I'm like, I'm not paying $40 for this. Like, are you kidding me? This piece of shit? Like, I'm not paying $40 for that. But I'll pay $26 for the Blu-ray of this. I'll pay that. But for me, it just depends on the movie. Like, I think um the highest I paid for a movie really was I think it was like $100, and that was because it was out of print. It was the Sleepaway Camp 2 and Sleepaway Camp 3. I think altogether I spent like a little over $200. No, I take this back. Actually, one of my friends actually got it for me. So I think I spent like the most I spent ever, like with my own money, is probably like $50, 75 or something like that. So I don't know. For me, it just depends. No, I take this back. It was 150. It was 150, and it was a movie from Vinegar. It was a movie that it was a Vinegar Syndrome title. So I don't know. People are different. So I, you know, I don't I don't discourage people, because they can't afford it. Well, it's like, oh my God, you can't afford it, but oh, you could spend money on this and this and that. It's like, you just don't know a person's situation. But people like me, even though I got bills to pay, and I'm still spending 20, 20, $30 on movies and stuff. But then yet again, I had a bad week, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna indulge, treat myself a little bit. It's not gonna hurt me. All I gotta do is just after that manage my money. So yeah, which I did. I mean, it was a light week at Walmart anyway, so there were no movies to get. Still on the hunt for The Crow. Still on the hunt for it. I still want to get it. I'm not giving up. I mean, if I could find Fury Road on 4K Steelbook, I could find The Crow. So I'm still on the hunt for it. Let's see. We are coming at an hour and 8 minutes. So I'm gonna answer a couple more questions, and then I think I'm gonna get off of here and stuff. So oh, this Sunday coming up. Um, oh, Mr. Q Smooth, Machiavelli, Tupac in the building. What's good, bro? How you doing? How the hell are you? What is up with you? So, this Sunday, I think I'm gonna show off my collection video. I don't know if it's gonna be movies. I don't know if it's gonna be vinyl. So I'm definitely gonna go on live this Sunday. I don't know. I don't know yet. So I'm definitely going live on this Sunday for sure. So maybe I might visit a Walmart. Maybe who knows? It might be who knows? I might see something, and if I don't see anything, then I don't see anything. But I know for a fact that they're supposed to be getting some like more 4K. Um, they're getting like some sort of like DVD, Blu-ray, 4K packs are gonna be releasing. So um, I don't know what Walmart's up to. I'm just close giving up on them. But I'm doing very good, just chilling. That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. Living and chilling. That's all we can do. So, but yeah, so definitely this Sunday. But so yeah, there's gonna be some exciting stuff on this channel that's coming up. So, that's all I'm gonna reveal for right now. But I'm definitely gonna reveal more stuff on the community tab. So definitely stay tuned for that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, we definitely gonna be some interesting stuff. And also stay tuned for um more stuff as I show more titles that I've gotten from Walmart, and I think I got one unboxing. Actually, two of them actually. Shout out to Reg Reviews, who actually sent me something in the mail too. I'm gonna actually show that off pretty soon. So okay, so it is now 10:05. So I will be getting off of here, but um, go on vinegarsyndrome.com right now until Monday. There's that 50% off halfway to Black Friday sale. Um, go check out the titles that they have and get that Invasion USA, get that Instructor, the Navy SEALs, Channel O'Brien. I recommend those. Um, just get whatever your heart desires. So, um, with that being said, you guys take care. You guys have a good night. Peace out.